Hey there friends and enemies, JoPaWrites here once again, and I have a brand new Destiny 2 video for you. This one talking about the Traveler's Chosen Catalyst, why I think you must get this as soon as possible, and where it drops, all that kind of good stuff, all the information you need to know with the Traveler's Chosen. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel, helps me out tremendously, shows me that you want to see more content of this nature. Going forward, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and the support lately has been absolutely unreal, so I appreciate each and every one of you who likes my videos, watches my videos, shares my videos, all that kind of good stuff. It means the world to me. Thank you so much for all that. Now, if you weren't aware, with Season of Lost, we have the Traveler's Chosen Catalyst, which drops from playlist activities. So, Strikes, Crucible, and Gambit. It's a random drop, but it seems fairly consistent that you'll get it early in the season. Everyone that I know who has played multiple activities has been able to get this fairly quickly, so it's not going to be that hard to obtain. We've seen this with other catalysts in the past. It's pretty simple to get it to drop. The RNG is in your favor typically. If you weren't aware, if you want a little refresher, the Traveler's Chosen Sidearm has a couple different perks that are really good. Gathering Light, final blows with this weapon, grant stacks of Gathering Light. Long press the reload button and consume stacks, granting melee, grenade, and class ability energy based on the number of stacks. So this will refresh your abilities, and it can be absolutely amazing for a number of different builds, as well as knowing that one of the champion mods for the season is Unstoppable Sidearm. So you can use exotics, and Traveler's Chosen is a sidearm that you can use for unstoppable champions, which happen to be in the new seasonal activity and seasonal quests. So definitely something to check out and try this weapon out. The other perk on this is going to be gifted the Traveler. Each stack of Gathering Light improves this weapon's reload handling and target acquisition. So it's a really good sidearm as well before the catalyst, and I've been using it a ton. Now the catalyst itself, holding down the trigger will fire this weapon at full auto. You'll see in the gameplay, I love this thing in full auto. It feels so good. I wasn't the most optimal with refreshing my abilities. However, I got them back all the time, and this thing actually melts when you use it in full auto. It feels unbelievably good. I know some people are not fans of sidearms, but I like them, and this one feels amazing. You'll see it being used not only in PvE, in my opinion, but it can also be good in PvP, especially if you make a build around your abilities. The other perk that it gets with the catalyst is using your grenade ability changes its weapon's damage type to match your subclass until you store it. So Osmosis. This will be very helpful if you're trying to match shields, as well as using the Unstoppable perk to take down champions. So all told, this gun is unbelievably good right now. It's insane. I would highly recommend you try to snag the catalyst as quickly as possible. So do your playlist activities and get the catalyst and upgrade it very quickly, because it's going to make your life a lot easier. But the better part of it, in my opinion, for those of you who just want to have fun and create diverse and unique builds, this thing has near unlimited potential. The reason being, you can pair it with so many different things. I play a lot of Titan, so I'll be throwing it on with Heart of Inmost Light, which using one ability briefly improves your other abilities. So if I constantly have my abilities going, I can not only use them all the time, but they're going to be buffed because of the Heart of Inmost Light. Or you'll have something like Ash and Wake for your improved fusion grenades on your Solar Titan. There's so many possibilities. If you want to run a grenade or a melee based build, this weapon is the perfect pair for that. Now, I have seen some talk about whether this gun is going to be viable in Grandmasters or something of that nature. Probably not. The way you have to play in Grandmasters is slow, cautious, more range play. But if you can get it down, I really feel like this is a gun that is going to be viable at every stage of the game, depending on playstyle, because the full auto with it, not only it feels really good, but it seems to hit pretty hard. So we'll have to test it against enemies that are higher power. So it might not be viable in Master and Grandmaster Nightfalls. That's something I'll check out in the future. But I will say everywhere else in the game, it is viable. It is an absolute contender, especially with something like osmosis on it as a kinetic, and you can just chuck your grenade and match types. Because one of the things you see in certain activities is you run out of options when you're trying to match break shields. There's probably going to be better options for DPS, but you can still run fusion rifles, linear fusion rifles, all of that, swords, all that kind of stuff to pair with it. So we'll see how that goes. Overall, I will say, if you enjoy fun, if you want to make creative builds with your melee and constantly getting your grenades back, all that kind of good stuff, try the Traveler's Chosen. Check out the Catalyst. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay. Have a great one. My name is JoPaWrites. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you all later.
you decide your guardian was the right one?
Well, I had been searching for years for my guardian. Longer than most other ghosts. But the moment I found him, I knew he was the one.
Are you sure you couldn't have searched for just a bit longer?